Hello everyone, welcome to Students Point. This is 9th of May and today we will see 9 selected questions. Each question today has the highest probability of being asked in any government examination. In fact, you should mark today's date so that you may revise today's current affairs in the future because today each question is very important. So first let us see question for the day which you have to answer in the comment section. The question is, what is the rank of India in internet penetration? Please mark the word internet penetration. These are the options. Read the options carefully and then answer in the comment section. And to get PDF of all these videos, you have to follow me on Telegram by writing Students Point 2020 without space. Just write Students Point 2020. Let's begin. The first question. Vande Bharat mission recently in news is related to. So this Vande Bharat mission is related to bringing Indian citizens who are stranded abroad. So here B is the right answer. And under this mission, government will operate 64 flights between 7th and 13th of May to bring home nearly 14,800 Indian nationals who are stranded abroad due to coronavirus lockdown. And out of this total 64, 15 flights will bring back people to Kerala, followed by 11 flights to Tamil Nadu and Delhi, and 7 flights will be flying back people to Maharashtra and Telangana, whereas 5 flights are slated for Gujarat. And in this context, you must remember another operation named as Samudra Setu. This has been launched by Indian Navy and this will also bring the stranded Indians abroad. Next question is, AUSI interface photo detector has been developed by. So this AUSI interface photo detector has been developed by Jawaharlal Nehru Center for Advanced Scientific Research. So here C is the right answer. I repeat the full form of this: Jawaharlal Nehru Center for Advanced Scientific Research. And here AU is the chemical formula of gold and SI is the chemical formula of silicon. So this interface, this photo detector device has been developed by the interface of gold and silicon. This will help to detect weak scattered light as an indication of unwanted activity, and this device does not require any external power for its operation. Now let's see the next question, but before that, don't forget to share these videos with your friends and loved ones. Let everyone benefit out of it, and subscribe to this channel as well as press on the bell icon so that you receive all the notification at the earliest to watch all the latest videos. The next question is, Indian Sundarbans has been recognized as UNESCO World Heritage Site in. So Indian Sundarbans has been recognized as UNESCO's World Heritage Site in the year of 1987. And the Indian Sundarban also became wetland of international importance under the Ramsar Convention in the January 2019. In the very last year, this Indian Sundarbans was declared as wetland of international importance, and this Ramsar Convention was signed in 1971, and this Ramsar is a city in Iran. And as per the latest census conducted by West Bengal Forest Department, the tiger count in the Sundarbans for 2019 to 2020 has gone up to 96 from earlier 88 in 2018 to 19, and that is why the area of Indian Sundarbans was in news. Next question is again very important, a styrene. A styrene chemical was in news because of the unfortunate incident of Vizag gas leak. So let's see. Consider the following statements about styrene. See, styrene is a flammable liquid that is used in the manufacturing of polystyrene plastics, fiberglass, rubber and latex. This statement is correct. This styrene is used to construct and manufacture polystyrene plastics, fiberglass, rubber and latex, and this chemical is a flammable liquid, and please appreciate that it is kept in liquid form in the industries below 20 degrees Celsius, but it is very much capable of evaporating very quickly. That is why it is kept below 20 degrees Celsius and in liquid form. And this styrene is an organic compound. Its chemical formula is C8H8. This statement is also correct. This styrene has a chemical formula of C8H8 and it has been derived from benzene, whose chemical formula is C6H6. You must have read about benzene in your 11th and 12th class. About benzene, its chemical formula is C6H6. So here both of the statements are correct, so C is the right answer. And styrene is also found in vehicle exhaust, cigarette smoke, and in natural foods like fruits and vegetables. And once if a person get exposed to styrene, there are some symptoms to it. The symptoms include headache, hearing loss, fatigue, weakness, difficulty in concentrating, and many other weaknesses. And long-term exposure to styrene could drastically affect the central nervous system and can lead to other problems like peripheral neuropathy as well as cancer. And why it was in news? As we told, that a gas leak in a styrene plant owned by South Korean electronics giant LG, which is located in RRV Puram near Gopalpatnam in Andhra Pradesh. It took lives of many and affected thousands. So remember that the company was owned by South Korean electronics giant LG. And in this context, you must have the knowledge of Bhopal gas tragedy. The Bhopal gas tragedy, which happened in 1984, and there was a leakage of methyl isocyanate. In several examinations, they have frequently asked that which gas was leaked in Bhopal gas tragedy. So it was methyl isocyanate. And the gas was released at Union Carbide India Limited pesticide plant, which was located in Bhopal in MP. And this Bhopal gas tragedy of 1984 is considered to be the world's worst industrial disaster. So this topic is very important. Bhopal gas tragedy, remember this chemical, the year 1984, and again you have to remember about a styrene as well. In examination they will ask about a styrene. The next question, Jagannath temple was constructed by ruler of which dynasty? So Jagannath temple was constructed by the ruler of Ganga dynasty. So here B is the right answer. And this temple is believed to be constructed in 12th century by King Anantvarman Choda Ganga Deva of Eastern Ganga dynasty. Remember the name Anantvarman. And the temple is also called as Yamanika Tirtha. Yamanika Tirtha, where the power of Yam, who is the god of death, is believed to have been nullified, all because of presence of Lord Jagannath. This temple is part of Char Dham pilgrimages. The Char Dham pilgrimages include Badrinath, Dwarkanath, Puri, Rameswaram. And here this temple is located in Puri, which is in Odisha. And it was in news because the Ministry of Home Affairs has allowed construction of chariots, in Hindi it is called as Rath, for the annual Rath Yatra at the Jagannath Puri in Odisha. This Rath Yatra is expected to be held on 23rd of June 2020. Next question, Toman, which is a new currency news, is related to Iran. So here C is the right answer. Next question is, consider the following statements about stringency index. Now again this question is very important. It has been in news because of COVID-19 pandemic. So be attentive. Stringency index. It is a composite measure based on various response indicators including school and workplace closures, stay-at-home policies, and travel bans. This statement is correct. This index is a measurement of several responses. These responses include school, workplace closures, stay-at-home policies, travel bans, and many other restrictions during lockdown. And it ranks government response from 0 to 100. This statement is also correct. It ranks government based on their responses, and higher the score, higher is the response taken by the government. So here, since both of these statements are correct, so C is the right answer. And this index has found that India has been one of the strongest country to impose lockdown measures in the world at a score of 100 since 22nd of March, when the nationwide lockdown was first imposed. Along with India, there were other countries as well which scored 100. They were Honduras, Argentina, Jordan, Libya, Sri Lanka, Serbia, and Rwanda. Next question is, who started the Darbar move in Jammu and Kashmir? See, we have already discussed about Darbar move days before, but again this is in news. See, the Darbar move was started by Maharaja Ranbir Singh. So here B is the right answer. This Darbar move is the shifting of capital in Jammu and Kashmir. See, it is the name for biannual shift of secretariat and all other government offices in Jammu and Kashmir from Srinagar, which is the Jammu and Kashmir's summer capital, to Jammu, which is the winter capital of Jammu and Kashmir. Now the question must arise here that why the capitals are being shifted to Srinagar and to Jammu, and that too in summer and that too in winter. See, there are two reasons before it. The first one is because of cultural issues, so that both Hindus population and Muslim population don't feel neglected there, because in one region there is Hindu in majority, while on the other region there are Muslims which are in majority. So after shifting the capital, both people feels that they are important to the government. The second reason, which is a prime reason, is because of temperature. See, you must have read in geography that with increase in latitude, temperature normally decreases if other factors remain constant. So with increase in latitude means if you are lying at 0 degree latitude, then you will feel more warmer than a people or a person who is standing at 20 degree latitude. And a person standing at 20 degree latitude will feel more warmer than a person who is living in the area of 40 degree latitude. So in geography you must have heard about it and read about it. So that is why the shift in capital takes place, as Srinagar lies at upper latitudes while Jammu lies at lower latitude. So when there is summer, they shift to Srinagar, so that in upper latitude temperatures remain lower and they feel comfortable, they don't feel warmer too. And in winter, when there is winter at higher latitude, they will feel more cold, so that they shift to lower latitudes, that is in Jammu, which is located in lower latitudes than Srinagar. So in winter they shift to Jammu so that they feel warmer, they feel good. In Hindi I will explain it for those who are not getting it in English. गर्मी में क्या करते हैं वो लोग, श्रीनगर चले जाते हैं. क्यों? ताकि ऊपर जब तापमान गर्मी में कम हो दैन नीचे के एरियाज़ में, तो ऊपर वो लोग आराम फील करेंगे. वहीं ठंडी में क्या होता है कि ऊपर ज़्यादा ठंडी पड़ती है, क्योंकि हायर लैटिट्यूड्स में जैसे यूरोपियन कंट्रीज़ हैं वो लोग हायर लैटिट्यूड में शिफ्टेड हैं दैन इंडिया, तो वहाँ पे ज़्यादा सर्दी गिरती है दैन इंडिया. तो ऐसे में क्या करते हैं कि सर्दी में नीचे आने की कोशिश करते हैं, तो नीचे कहाँ पे, जम्मू में शिफ्ट कर देते हैं कैपिटल को. आई होप यू अंडरस्टैंड इट. एंड दिस प्रैक्टिस वाज स्टार्टेड बाय डोगरा किंग महाराजा रणबीर सिंह इन 1872 to escape extreme weather conditions in these places. Remember the year 1872. And the Jammu and Kashmir High Court recently asked that Centre and Union Territory administrations should decide and take a final decision on the continuation of Darbar move. There is talk to remove this Darbar move because there is very much cost and administrative difficulties in shifting the capitals. All the officials and all the paperwork has to be shifted to two places after some months. So there is talk that stop this Darbar move. However, there are cultural and geographical reasons for which it needs to be continued. Next question is, consider the following statements about brown dwarfs. See, they are called as failed stars because their masses are heavier than planets but lighter than stars. This statement is correct. Brown dwarfs are those which is not a complete star, but they are neither a planet. They are larger than planet but smaller than stars. So here first statement is correct. And they are unable to sustain fusion of their hydrogen to produce energy. So this statement is also correct. So here both of the statements are correct. So C is the right answer. And next question is related to that brown dwarf. The concept of polymetry technique was given by, so this polymetry technique was given by Suzanne Sengupta. Remember the name, very important. Suzanne Sengupta gave the polymetry technique. And according to this polymetry technique, the light emitted by a cloudy brown dwarf or reflected off an extra solar planet will be polarized. So what is polarized or what is polarization? See, polarization is a property of light that represents the direction that light wave oscillates. So basically you have to understand that polarization is related to direction of light wave, and this was explained by Suzanne Sengupta. So using this technique, polarimetry technique, recently a group of astrophysicists have found that the closest known brown dwarf, Luhmann 16a. This Luhmann 16a shows sign of cloud bands similar to those seen on Jupiter and Saturn. Now what is Luhmann 16a? This is nothing but a brown dwarf, and it is part of a binary system Luhmann 16. So there is Luhmann 16 and it has two brown dwarfs. The first one is Luhmann 16a and the second one is Luhmann 16b. And both of these 16a and 16b are in a binary system, that they revolve around a particular center or a common center. So I hope you understand it. So don't forget to share these videos with your friends. Like the video if you find it useful. Subscribe to the channel. Answer the question in the comment section. Wait for the upcoming video. Until then, stay at your home. Stay safe. Thanks a lot.